Hello friends, today I am teaching you the concept of commutation. We know that when we are talking about the SCR, triggering of the SCR is one thing, but commutation of the SCR is very important thing to be understood. Now why we are talking about the commutation of the SCR? Because we have find that when we are doing the AC to DC conversion, the SCR commutates naturally, and when we are talking in the DC circuit, we'll have to force the SCR to come out of the conduction. So the commutation is very important. It is like that you are sitting in the car and driving with an accelerator, and you have brake fail in force commutation. So how to apply brake to the conducting SCR? That is the major important issue. So that's why we want to study or discuss today regarding the force commutation method. But before that, we'll see what is meant by commutation and how it takes place naturally in AC circuit. Okay, so see, the commutation of SCR is divided into two parts. One is called as the natural commutation and another one is called as the force commutation. So why it is called as the natural commutation? Because the SCR is connected into the AC circuit, and the SCR will conduct during the positive half cycle, and because of that the current will be circulated through the load. Because the SCR is conducting, here you can see for positive half cycle of my input, my SCR is conducting, and because of that the load voltage will get developed across the load resistance. And at the point of pi degree, what will happen? The input voltage reverses, and because of that the reverse voltage will appear across the SCR, which is have the magnitude of minus Vm, and because of that the SCR comes out of the conduction, because it falls, the input current, that is anode current, falls below the value of the holding current, and that's why it comes out of the conduction. So it happens naturally in AC circuits. That's why it is called the natural commutation. Now how much is the voltage appear across the non-conducting SCR in AC circuit? That we will see. Now here you can see here, after pi degree to 2 pi, what will happen? This negative voltage will appear, and that negative voltage is nothing but which is the magnitude of the input negative voltage. So that's why I am showing here the negative voltage will be as it is, whatever my input voltage is there. But during positive half cycle, what happened? 0.7 volt, this is the forward breaker voltage, that is of 0.7 volt, will appear across the conducting SCR. Means during the positive half cycle, 0.7 volt will appear across the conducting SCR, and during negative half cycle, the entire negative half cycle will appear across the conducting non-conducting SCR. So what is the magnitude of that? That may be a question will be asked in the GATE examination or the competitive examination. What is the magnitude of reverse voltage that appears across the non-conducting SCR? So the magnitude is nothing but it is the minus Vm. Minus Vm is nothing but whatever the input you have, negative of that voltage will appear here. That is called the natural commutation. Now we will discuss about the force commutation. Now what do you mean by force commutation? Force matlab where we cannot go naturally, means we are forcing something against the nature. That's why it is called as a force commutation. So force commutation is classified into 5 different classes. So class A commutation, class B commutation, class C commutation, class D commutation, and class E commutation. So there are different types of commutations. So resonant commutations are there, auxiliary commutations are there, complementary commutations are there, external pulse trigger commutations are there. There are so many types of commutations. Among that, for today's discussion, I have chosen the complementary commutation method. So what is complementary commutation method? Here two SCRs are there. Both the SCRs are the main SCR, and along with that there are two loads, load 1 and load 2, which is subjected to the DC input. What is the requirement of this circuit? Input is DC. Now we know that when the input is DC, it is difficult to commutate the SCR, because here the voltage is not alternating at all. So because of that we require the commutation. Now here the beauty of this circuit is that SCR1 will be turned on to commutate SCR2, and SCR2 will turn on to commutate SCR1. So now let us see, when I am supplying the input gate current, that is Ig1 to SCR S1, what will happen? My current will circulate like this, as well as the current will circulate like this. Okay, because this is off, so my point B is at positive potential with respect to point A. So point B is positive with respect to point A, means the voltage across the capacitor will increases. B point is positive and C point is negative. Now when I want to turn on this SCR S2, what happened? I am applying the Ig2. When I am applying the gate current Ig2, what will happen? This SCR is already conducting, so suddenly what will happen? This voltage will appear across the SCR. Okay, so when this SCR is conducting, what will happen? I am turning on SCR2, so this positive voltage will appear here, and this negative voltage is already there. So SCR2 comes out of the conduction, whereas SCR1 comes into the conduction and SCR2 goes out of the conduction. So here what exactly we are doing? When we are supplying the gate current, SCR2 comes into the conduction, and because of this conduction, SCR1 comes out of the conduction. Okay, and then the action will be repeated. Suppose you want to turn off this SCR2. So what you will have to do? When SCR2 is conducting, what will happen? The current will flow through this load RL. This becomes positive, this becomes negative, and the current will flow in this manner. So now the load current is nothing but this positive to RL1 from the capacitor to the point B through this like this. So means what? This voltage will goes on increasing and increasing. Now I want to turn off this SCR. So what I will have to do? I will have to turn on SCR1 again. When I am turning on the SCR S1 again, what will happen? This positive voltage, when this SCR S1 is turned on, what will happen? This negative voltage will appear across this SCR, and because of that, SCR2 comes out of the conduction. Okay, so in this way we can come to the conclusion that for turning on the SCR S1, we are turning on SCR S2. When we want to turn off the SCR S2, we are turning on the SCR S1. So the action is complementary, and because of that we come to the conclusion it is a complementary type of commutation. So SCR1 will commute because of turn of SCR2, and SCR2 will commute because of conducting of SCR-S1. So this action is complementary, and because of that we come to the conclusion that it is the complementary type of commutation which occurs in the force commutation method. Okay, so that's all for today's topic. Thank you. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Professor Jitendra Dawade's Online Learning Solution. Thank you.